look like between the two of you? Like this. What?
I think we all know a girl, or have been the girl, who has dated a Liam. A man who watered you down. Who saw you and knew you were interesting, full of life and color, and tried to convince you that you were not, or that you were embarrassing and shameful and that you should be hiding yourself.
Guys, friendly reminder. If your girl ever, even for 1 second, embarrasses you in public, dump her. Because that's unacceptable.
No, this is a true yandere laugh.
How many men have you slept with?
Like now?
Yeah, God, honestly.
I don't know.
Rough
My body count when I
guess.
was 14 was 7.
Your body count of 14 was 7.
Bruh. Now, obviously, this is a parenting issue, and before any of you start saying fatherless activities, remember, this exists.
We don't need you guys for anything.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Now, going by that logic, if women don't need men for anything and they can do everything a man can do while literally bleeding, that means that mothers are perfectly capable of teaching morals to their daughters. Some of them just choose not to.
This chain of logic is correct, and what is correct is sacred.
I'm also a huge fan of science, but here's the thing. Conditions have changed. Women don't need men to survive anymore. Therefore, natural selection's gonna do its thing. Men who don't evolve are getting left behind. That's true. Because we're not doing it anymore. I mean, look at the birth rate dropping, the marriage rate. I am so stoked to see what the world's gonna look like in 20 years.
Well, sweetie, one of the reasons for the falling marriage and birth rates is that more and more men are realizing that marriage in the West is really about divorce, and having kids is about child support. And 20 years from now, rather than going through the hassle of a prenup, men just won't marry you anymore. That includes the Chads and the Simps, because the Chads get it for free anyway, and the Simps would rather stay on that website that starts with only, which means the financial security you got from divorce no longer exists. That also means the only assets you will ever own are the ones you've bought with your own money. So basically, you'll be in a perpetual situationship with no security. As far as birth rates go, well, since they won't want to catch a bad case of child support, men are gonna be using the Emperor's shield religiously, which means the old "I'm on the pill, let me baby trap you" trick is not gonna work anymore. Now, don't get me wrong, men will still not get married, but they will procreate, mostly with women who are willing to be stay-at-home moms and take care of the house and the kids, or with women who make significantly less money than they do. Basically, a simulation of the 1950s marriage. And this is for one simple reason. If a custody battle ever happens, a stay-at-home mom or a mom who makes minimum wage cannot afford a lawyer. Which means if she wants to leave her family for Chad and Tyrone, she's free to do so without the hassle of a divorce, but she loses the free housing, free food, free personal transportation, she loses custody of the child, which means no child support, and she has no income and no place to live.
That's not fair! That's not fair!
Nobody cares! Nobody cares! Nobody
freaking
cares! Nobody cares!
And having never been married to the guy, the government cannot help her. And I know, some states have common law marriage. In that case, congratulations. You won't even have a simulated marriage, because no man will let you move in. Basically, in the glorious future you're dreaming of, a woman's only chance at motherhood is either artificial insemination or playing by a man's rules. So, if this is the future you're so stoked on living, sweetie, by all means, enjoy.
And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.